Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're talking about Ultimate Siege Battle, which has just gone live on the Vietnam server. Is going to be lasting for 3 days, as you can see here, and this is what we're going to expect when it comes to the global server as well. So how it has worked in the past is you are going to be able to attack in all 4 different squads, and your top score for the day is going to be all 4 teams added up, and then you're going to be able to do this every day, and then at the final period after the 3 days are over, depending on your overall siege battle ranking, you're going to gain these final rewards. And this is why people say that, for example, it doesn't really matter how well you're doing until the final ranking rewards come out, because this is where you earn the major rewards you're looking for. A lot of people are going to be looking to get into the top 100, because not only do you get the maximum 15 stellar crystals, you're also going to gain the abyssal essence. And for people who are trying to get their heroes up to plus 25 exclusive equipment, this is a really valuable resource, because otherwise it would cost you 500 of the Twilight Essences, which is way too much to spend. However, even if you can get, for example, into the top 200, you're going to be getting 12 stellar crystals, and most people, if you're playing actively, you should be getting into the top 500 if you're using good teams, because most districts are just they don't have enough active people even, unless they're a newer district, I guess. But hopefully you guys can at least get the 10 stellar crystals and 45 Twilights, but a lot of people are shooting for the top 100 spot. Okay, so we're going to go into it now. There has been the hotfix, as we've talked about in the previous, like an earlier video we uploaded onto the channel, and that is going to mean that now you're going to be dealing more damage on all of your teams to the thalassa boss. And I guess that's probably also like a reason they went for the hotfix timing at this point. So we're going to run some of the teams that he's running. In the team number 1, he's running Scarlita, but I always thought that it did better when you had, like, from the testing I did, it did better with Nero here. I'm going to try Nero because he has like a fully built out Talene. The Scarlita team was usually doing well for people who didn't have a fully built Talene. So I want to try this. And we're going to have Ludovic on the Insight Charms. They are refined. Talene on the Blast Charms. Thorn is going to be on the, okay, it doesn't really matter. Viperion on the Insight Charms. And then you have your Nero on the Recovering Charms. And here we have him, a Paragon 1 Hodgkin, which is going to be great. Some people are going for this team positioning, and Resonating Spell from my experience does a little bit better than Greatsword. And we have Arcane. Wow. So his Ravaged Realm teams are like fully decked out, all rating crested up. Basically they're refined up to the mythic double plus here. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be great. Hopefully we can set a new record here. And I think you're going to get 20 attacks per day, and it's just going to be whatever like your top score is at the end of the 3 days. So daily we're not going to be getting rewards anymore. It is just going to be at the end of the 3 days when the siege battle ends, which is, yeah, I mean, is how it has worked in the past as well. Okay, Verdant Spell, because it gives energy recovery to your mages. Yeah, I don't know. It might be because of the change to Thalassa, the hotfix. Maybe this team is not optimal anymore and something like Scarlita is good. But the problem with Scarlita was she just never really contributed that much damage to the fight. And so I can't see how Scarlita could be, for example, better than a team like this. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's already run it with Scarlita because he's done one run of what are considered his 12 teams, and we can see if we can improve on that, basically. But it's cool how you can actually see on the ranking leaderboard, we're going to show you that later, it will actually break down each person's score in all of the 4 different squads, which is really interesting. Okay, looking good, like 8 seconds left. If we could get 60 billion, that's a really strong score. If you can get 60 billion on team 1, come on, 59.8 is close enough, right? Because now the team number 2s are doing way better than before, right? Because like you will be bursting through the boss damage like so early on. You're gonna get up to 30 or 40 billion with just like 20 or 30 seconds into the match. And so the second teams are now getting higher score than ever before. Before they would usually be capped out at 50 or 51 billion. Now they're getting up to 55, 56 billion. Okay, but we're not going to watch all the runs because like we're going to have to do in total 8 runs, but it's really fun to see Siege Battle because then you see like a compilation of all of the top performing teams, and you can watch them and you can keep running them back to back. Yeah, and for each of the different squad types, you can run it 20 times, I believe. Okay, 41 billion, 28 seconds left. So not looking super high on this team. But if we could even get 54 billion, I would be happy with it. Or maybe Graveborns are just a little bit weaker, because I can't remember what the previous best like score was for team number 2 for Graveborn. I think it wasn't actually that high because like Graveborn teams were capping out 102 billion, and now we have a 109 billion, and that is not going to be a new record for us. If we take a look at the ranking here, our overall top team for Immortal was 112 billion. Okay, and this is what I mean. You can see exactly the breakdown of your ranking in all the different squads, and then for example rank 2, rank 3, you can see all of them, which is really cool and compare it to your own. Okay, so he actually got the highest score with this 112 billion with the Scarlita team. So I'm going to just go back to that, and I guess we'll run it again because I don't want to like change around his formations. And then we will have so we had the Hodgkin here with the Greatsword spell. Yeah, Greatsword spell with Hodgkin is also good. Like team number 2, you can run Greatsword, you can run Resonating. Both do almost the same. Yeah, and this is going to be 111. Okay, so this team is doing better. So I guess now if you have Scarlita and Talion built both, you can try that team. Because previously it was that Scarlita was really only used if you had like one copy or low investment into Talion. Okay, so for Dauntless Squad, this is the best team that he's found with the frontline spell. And then team number 2, Resonating. I think the thing is that it is going to be related to, because he doesn't have Reese, right? So he's running Shakir on the buff tile in team number 1 rather than Reese. People with Reese would want to run that instead. And that got him 119 billion, which is crazy. Okay, moving on to the Sylvan Squad. Maybe he has all the best teams, but I just want to try some different options. I think this one can be improved, right? Because Floribel isn't considered to be the best. He's running all of them with Iron on the right. Because rather than Floribel, you can use Lyca here. I like Lyca, but she doesn't have her mythic charms, so yeah, this probably will still be the best for him. But one other thing he can try is he can try Lenya with the Rainier. People have been running this, and this has been doing well for people as well. And rather than Floribel, like people usually run Lyca, but that isn't really going to work here. Okay, we're going to try this and see whether we can set a new record. I'm not going to watch the run because he might already have the optimal teams. Okay, we got a new one. There we go. Okay, 107 billion. I don't know how much of a record that was. Maybe only a 1 billion damage boost. But this Lenya team is usually doing better for people, especially after the hotfix. Like, Lenya teams are doing the best. And actually, technically, this team is doing the best for people. However, because your Lyca is not fully built up, I feel like probably it won't be the best option. And it's better to just run the Floribel like we were running in the previous run. Oh, no, it is. Okay, so almost the same, but like this is the thing, get your Lyca on Mystic Charms. You don't even have to get her to Supreme Plus, her damage is not that important, but her buff for your allies, get her to these Mystic Charms. That is going to improve your damage. Like I think we could even boost it by 2 or 3 billion. And then Aurora Squad, of course, he's going to be running the Heroic team on team number 1. Okay, this is a very different team. This is a very different team. Now I want to try something different because the best team, the team which was working the best for me, I want to try that. Or like on the testing that I've done. But you need to have Reaper Charms on Vala. We don't have Reaper, but we have Bloodlust. That's pretty much the same because you don't get the execution value. Where did Heroic go? This is the problem with this map. It's so small that you can't even see things. Yeah, and Hugin goes over here. Yeah, this is the positioning. With the front line, team number 2 is going to be, yeah, Sonya, Corin, Merrily. Resonating spell. Okay, let's see whether we can set a new record with this team. Yeah, come on, please. No new record? Okay. That was 120 billion. He's gotten 124 billion as his top score. And it's crazy because he got it with Faye, right? He got it with Faye for the Aurora Squad. 124 billion. That is crazy to me. Sinbad on the buff tile, no Vala. Hugin to be devoured first. And then even Faye to be devoured after that. Leave the Foresters alive for longer. Really interesting that this team did so well. Okay, one other team I want to try. He has a Cassidy, but the Cassidy is not like fully built up nicely. I want to try this other team because this was doing well for me as well. And you guys have probably seen this team before. Okay, and this is the team. Yeah, and the Forester Illusion can be in front over here. That's fine. It might have been we got bad RNG. I want to try the Vala run a couple more times because I have a feeling... Okay, we got a new record with this. 127 billion. So this is going to be better for the Cassidy team. However, maybe with the Vala team it can get better, but this did really well. Okay, so overall now we're up to 467 billion. which is pretty crazy. I think that's like maybe 4 billion higher than when we started. I can't actually remember what we had when we started. But yeah, if we take a look at the damage chart here, Cassidy did a lot. She's doing a lot more than before. Yeah, I think the Cassidy team is going to be the optimal for Aurora Squad, and then team number 2. That was really nice. So in total, we're up to 467 billion damage, and the breakdown is pretty nice. I think the real way that he can improve now on your account is get Mystic Charms onto Lyca. I'll see if I can craft them now, and then you can probably boost that Sylvan up to 110 billion. Immortal 112 seems really good to me, and then Dauntless 119 because you don't even have Reese is really good, and Aurora was good. So I think that is really what we're going to shoot for, because like look at these other people. They all have the 5-star frames, and we're still ahead of them. So that is a good sign. Let's go ahead and take a look at Lyca right now. And okay, Lyca. How many? I hope we have enough to craft for the Lyca. We have enough to craft, and we already have one of these. Great. Okay, replace. Mystic is doing the best. Some people say Blast, but I prefer Mystic because it gives more attack speed buff for your allies. So there we go. We got the full Mystic set. Now we're going to try that Sylvan Squad team one more time, and let's see. I'm excited. This is really exciting. I can't wait for Siege Battle to come out for global server. But this is looking really good. I think this is the optimal team. This is what people are doing the best with on the Sylvan Squad after the hotfix. And about the Iron positioning on the right, I don't know if that is good, because a lot of people usually just try Iron in the middle. There we go, 111 billion damage, up to 470 billion total damage. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay guys, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got a good look into Siege Battle, what to expect, some of the top performing teams. Thanks to Now for letting us use his account. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.